What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters on one eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead Season 11 teaser trailer, Easter eggs, callbacks, connections, things you may have missed, things that I think are connections, and stuff that I thought about when I saw the teaser trailer. But please let me know in the comments, guys, if you agree, disagree. Some things I may have missed. I'm a human being, so I may have missed some things too. And it's always fun to discuss the Walking Dead universe with a great Walking Dead group. Family, it's just a great thing to talk about. But before we get to it, guys, we're still looking to grow the channel. So if you can help out in any way, shape, or form, we greatly appreciate it. Also, check to make sure you're a subscriber. Now, we know that we're going into this, well, we're not, our group is. They're going into this subway train station, train tracks in the DC metro area. We know this from promo photos. We see 10 people and dog. Don't know who some of these characters are. We see the writing on the wall, but you see also a bunny, a stuffed animal bunny. Looks to be in pretty good shape, by the way. So I don't know if it was recently put there or it belongs to a survivor that our group will come across. But it reminds me a lot of Teddy Bear Girl. I know it's a bunny and not a bear, but I think we're going to get a lot of callbacks to prior seasons of The Walking Dead, and it just makes sense. Teddy Bear Girl was a walker, and yes, walkers should not be picking up things now. They shouldn't be trying to open doors or doing anything crazy like that. But we did see a stuffed bunny with Gracie, so is that a callback there? Not sure, but I just loved callbacks, connections, Easter eggs when we see things to prior episodes. Also, the flash forward of the what if scenario. Judith had the stuffed bunny. I don't know if it was from Gracie or if it was a different one, but we saw one before. It comes for us all. We see different writing on the wall. Is it a connection that everyone's infected? But you'll see different graffiti all over the place. Truth, lies, reminds me of the time with the governor in season 4 when he saw the different signs that had like liar and stuff written all over the place. And also this one in the top corner, it kind of looks like Your Crown Fund Your Life, but Your Crown For Your Life makes more sense. And then we see a crown right here, a golden crown. Is that a connection with Game of Thrones? You know what I'm talking about. But if you look closely at the walker that's eating something, it's definitely this same walker right here, I believe, with the deleted scene with the Vatos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely check on YouTube for a deleted Vatos scene. We're going to see walkers in the subway train station in the subway car. And it kind of reminds me of the Whispers. Are any Whispers still alive? I would think so, but we'll have to see if they come back around. But we're going to see our group going into at least one train car. It looks like a monorail setup. I don't know if this is in the DC metro area, but a lot of people think it is. Then we see Alexandria all tore up and the water tower in the back. That's the Sonoy water tower. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. But we know that our group is going to leave Alexandria to go get supplies. And it looks like a lot of them leave because Alexandria is tore up. They got to worry about food, water, just getting supplies for everybody. Maggie is in danger here, and to me it looks like she's holding on something, like she's dangling. And I said this before in my other trailer breakdown, that to me I instantly thought of this moment right here when she's hanging from the platform when the ladder falls down in season 6. So are we going to see more callbacks like this? I think so. Now, I'm not sure who this guy is on the floor, but I believe it's a different person than our group. So we're going to see different people connected with the Commonwealth, I would assume, because we know that Princess is in the pink outfit there, but who is she talking to? It kind of looks like Eugene the more I think about it, but could it be the guy on the floor? We know that our group from the promo photos is going to be talking around a table. And if you know the synopsis or synopsis for the first 2 episodes, we think something's going to happen with Yumiko. I don't think she dies, but you know, something could happen. And then we see a pair of handcuffs probably around Mercer, Lance, the interrogation, maybe with that new guy that was on the floor being interrogated by the Commonwealth. Reminds me of Merle with the handcuffs. That's really the only time we've seen handcuffs. We haven't seen too many people use handcuffs in the zombie apocalypse, even though they'd be pretty useful for interrogation. And then we see someone writing, and I'm guessing this is Lance for a variety of reasons. And I would assume it's Lance asking the questions to our group and he's taking down the answers. If you know the comic, this is Lance Hornsby. You get to meet him right here. He's got a pen in his left hand. It looks like the person's writing with their left hand right here too. So is it a small nod to the comic? I think so. It reminds me somewhat of Alexandria with Deanna. Who's Deanna? And she's writing stuff down, as in plans for Alexandria, not interrogation. She used the video camera, but I've always thought of the Alexandria Commonwealth connection as the Commonwealth is a far better, superior Alexandria. But you see that there's going to be video cameras used potentially with the Commonwealth. These are from the short little segments that we saw during season 10C, talking about season 11. And then we see the missing persons board, and that's a lot of different missing persons. Now we want to know, how is this going to connect with the Walking Dead show, because in the comic, it's Michonne who finds her daughter. Now Michonne's gone. She's not on the show anymore. But who could it be? Some people are thinking Dwayne and Morgan. Others think a possible connection with Connie, Kelly, Magna, Luke, Rick, Jadis. I mean, there's so much different speculation and theories. And we see Rosita here with her weapon. It's definitely the badass weapon that she hasn't really used too much on the show, but she clearly has it here ready to rock against the walkers. And she has her group with Lydia, Carol, and Maggie. And a lot of people are wondering, will Rosita get more screen time in this final season? I personally hope so. Now you see Kelly with her slingshot, definitely a callback to when these characters came around. So you see Kelly is in a room with supplies around her. It looks to be the same room that Magna is in here with her Warhammer, or at least she looks to be around the same area that Kelly is in. So I'm guessing it's Kelly, Magna, and most likely Carol, because you see them all right here in this promo photo. So I don't know if they kept the idea of breaking up filming with different groups just in case there was an outbreak because of COVID, but they might have. Princess is looking back, most likely from the other guy being interrogated. Maybe he's being tortured, we're not sure, but I would assume there's going to be some sort of interrogation scenes with our group. I'm guessing that's Lance with the suit Yumiko is talking to. Now, if you know the leaked spoiler photos, it looks to be a similar person in the same suit. So again, I'm guessing this is Lance or Sebastian Milton, but it makes more sense for it to be Lance and Mercer together, or maybe Sebastian. They could mix it up. Now we see the famous World War II quote behind Maggie and Carol written on the wall. It's been seen 3 times now, here, there, and one more time. We'll see it in the episode as well. But if there is a God, he will have to beg for my forgiveness is a quote that looks to be written on the wall in the train station. Well, I guess down by the tracks, but you see Father Gabriel on the right of the picture looking at that same quote. And I wonder if there are any survivors here. Then we see Yumiko and Princess. And if you look at the spear, I want to highlight the spear that Princess is holding in her right hand. Now we saw that back in season 10, but it's definitely a callback to the comic cover right here. Princess, Mercer, that's issue 181. So are they going to have their comic romance? I'm not sure if Princess is going to end up with Mercer or Ezekiel, someone, no one, anyone. We'll have to see how it goes down. What do you think? Who do you think Princess should end up with? Now we got to talk about these guys right here. Are they from The Purge? Did they go to the wrong set and they're like, oh, looks pretty cool, let's put them in the show? Right now, I'm just kidding. But this group is definitely menacing. They're bad guys, they're rocking masks, they're scary. They're probably the Reapers. It just makes sense. Somebody thinks that this is a connection with Father Gabriel and the Water Tower death. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't know if that's going to happen on the show, guys. We'll talk about that in a separate video. But the Reapers are if this is the Reapers, I'm going with it is. But if this is the Reapers, they look scary as heck. That looks like a big P. So is that Pope leading the show? It makes sense. P, Pope. This makes sense as well that Elijah could have been connected with the Reapers. He was a former Reaper. Him and his brother could have been Reapers, or he's had run-ins with them. But the mask that Elijah wears, the Reapers wear, well, again, we're guessing these are Reapers, but these people wear look pretty similar. Now, some people see a connection with Sherry and her mask and her group from Fear the Walking Dead. We'll talk about that in a separate video, but I just don't see it. I think they're very different. And last, but certainly not least, homeless vet. It's clearly a homeless person that was a vet of the US military. A veteran, obviously. But to me, it reminds me of a couple of different things. Abraham, some former military that we saw all over the show. We haven't seen much of them in the Walking Dead universe, but they've been there. Also, the army base that Daryl supposedly went to in season 10C, that Carol mentions to Negan at the end of season 10C. Is this the army base with the helicopter there? Does Maggie and her group here go to a military base or the military base? Or is it a connection with the Commonwealth soldiers, Civic Republic soldiers, or maybe it's nothing? But I just hope we get a Commonwealth Civic Republic showdown in part 3 of the 3-part final season of The Walking Dead. So did you catch these things? Callbacks, Easter eggs, just so many different things we're breaking down for it. We love talking about The Walking Dead, and we're getting closer there, guys. We're going to see The Walking Dead Season 11 trailer at Comic-Con this July. Then The Walking Dead Season 11 Part 1 returns August 22nd, or the Thursday before that, on AMC Plus and Premiere. We're getting there, guys. Every day is a closer to the return of The Walking Dead. Thank you, guys. I truly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, help support the channel, become a valued subscriber, member, patron, fan, any way that you can help support the channel. We truly appreciate it. Stay safe and tell them, Daryl.
Yeah, we love